Even when you have a car in the Gambia, things go wrong. So I'm so happy that we actually started out our journey using public transportation, geli and the taxis, and getting to know, that system, because I very often find myself having to use those resources like tonight. There's an issue going on with my car battery and I had to come out. I've got Adam escorting me out tonight. I came out with a couple of girls so they could get out of the house real quick. And so right now we're actually searching for an ATM because the ATM that is closest to us ran out of money, which happens every so often. And so we just went to City Gambia, which is the most popular place in the Gambia. So whenever you're coming from a place like America, you don't think about things like that. Like, what if I go to the ATM and the ATM doesn't have any money? That is definitely not the first, second, or third time that I have put myself in that position. Just forgetting or not really thinking that much about it. So we ended up going to 4 different ATMs, and finally we were able to get some money. Another thing is like the gas. I'll get to the gas station and then to find out that there is no gas. So then I'll be on a prayer, driving to another gas station, and it has definitely happened before that the second gas station will not have gas as well. So I've also been in the position where I would leave the house without money, and I would say, okay, I'm going to use my banking app and I'm going to transfer money from one account to the other, and then I'm going to go to the ATM and pull the money out. And I'll go to get into my banking, and the internet will stop working. You guys know internet is not perfect here in Gambia. It's like if you have something, it always happens when you have something that's super important to do, where you forget that the internet will just go out, and that's when you will be reminded that Gambia doesn't have perfect internet. So like I said, I'll go to do banking online. I'm going to transfer money real quick from one account to the other. And because you just don't keep your money all in one place. You don't keep your money all in one place. So I have an account where I just put money in as I need it, and I just use that one account here, because it just protects you from different things. Like if something happens with the account, if you lose your ATM card or something fraudulent happens, all your money won't be in one space. So anyway, I was not able to transfer money. I had to just wait until the internet came back on, and then so some of the things you can do to cut down the frustration is plan in advance. Another thing is like the power situation. If you don't have a generator at home and your power goes out like ours, then you need to make sure your devices stay charged, like your cell phone. You could use a car charger if the car is working, but I'm telling you, like, so many things go wrong. Like, I remember a time when my car battery had died and my phone was on E. But the thing about living in this type of society here in Gambia is that the people are so friendly and helpful. So if you wouldn't end up in so much of a bad situation, because if there's people around you, there is someone who's willing to help you. And but the thing about it is just like your patience and tolerance for the situation. So if like, I know, even though I'm saying these things, I know that if you're planning on coming to Gambia, when you actually get here, you will forget. Because I've been here for 3 years and there's still things that I forget. And then when I find myself in that situation, I'm like, oh my God, why did I do this again? Like, I know better. I've experienced this before. But so charging up your devices before you leave the house, just in case. Also, ATMs, you don't want to like let yourself get down to not having any money in your pocket. You may get to the ATM and really have an emergency and not be able to find an ATM with money. Eventually they will resolve it. It doesn't stay like that. It won't stay like that all day or anything, but it's just like if you have an urgency and you need money, just know that it's possible you could go to the ATM and it not have money. The gas, like I said, driving around on E is not the best idea, because you could get to 2-3 gas stations and they don't have gas, So yeah, those are some of the things that stand out in my mind. Another thing that I just thought about is like when it comes to foods, it was like if you go to the store, so all of the grocery stores don't carry the same products. Sometimes you have to go to one or two specific stores looking for an item. Like for example, brand peanut butter. Most of the stores do have peanut butter. They'll have some version of peanut butter, but then you may only be able to find like certain brands like Jif or those ones that you may be used to, you know, coming from the West. You may be only able to find them at a selected few Western stores. So anyway, yeah, we would go to buy peanut butter or pancake mix or something like that. And if they don't have it, you go to like your other spot where you know they normally have it. And then it's like if one doesn't have it, a lot of times like no one will have it. And oh my God, I remember when I was pregnant here in Gambia. Oh, that was a huge struggle because you know you have these cravings. And I remember one time I almost cried over, I think it was like popcorn or something I was looking for when I was pregnant. But anyway, yes, like you would drive if you're really, really wanting something, you will like drive, just go all over town trying to find that thing. I know we do and did, you know, especially when we first got here. When you first get here, that can be one of the things that's really, really frustrating. And it's just because you're adapting and trying to get used to everything like not being at your fingertips. You know, if you're in America, you go to Walmart or Kroger or Publix or wherever, and you know what you're looking for is more than likely going to be there. And if it's not, if it's not there, you can choose another store. You know for sure that it would be there. You know, so I would say that things that you're used to, it's not that they're not here, it's that it could be a struggle finding them. Gully, they call it gully here. You know, it's a local transportation. But whenever I first got here, I just learned everything about the transportation system, how to get around on the gully. And I very well could have just said, you know, I'm not gonna take the bus, we'll just take the taxis, you know, and that would have been a huge disadvantage because you won't always have money for a taxi. So even right now, even when my car is working fine, you know, we'll still use the gully if we're not going a far distance, because it just doesn't make sense for you to have certain gas expenses, you know, just for going around the corner, walking. You can walk somewhere, it's going to take you a few minutes, you know, to get, instead of just like using the car every time. But yeah, it's a major lifestyle change.
It's currently the rainy season in Gambia right now, and the rainy season lasts between June and October. So some of the difficult things about the rainy season is the flooding. You know, if you have a low vehicle, you know, your car can be damaged by floodwaters. And then if you don't have a car and you're walking around or taking the bus for transportation, it can be challenging. You know, being out, it'll be sunny 1 minute and then all of a sudden it'll just start pouring down raining. The weather will be really unpredictable because this shot is actually like a week ago or so. I was at the beach. It was absolutely sunny, beautiful day. So you can still enjoy life in Gambia even in the rainy season. Like I said, it'll be sunny, the sun will be shining, and you don't have very much warning sometimes. So as I was doing my editing for this video, it started raining. I came outside to listen to the rain because I'm actually one of those people who love rain sounds. You know, whenever I was visiting America recently, I was listening to the rain sounds on my cell phone to go to bed. And so whenever I returned, it was in the rainy season. The rainy season had just begun, and I find it to be very therapeutic.